All right. Good afternoon. Thank you all for joining us for the last session of the second day of the Guild Users Group meeting. Today we have with us Lee Chen. She's the head of systems at Kennesaw State University. And we also have with us Ann Mills, and she's a cataloging and metadata librarian also at Kennesaw State University. And so Lee, go ahead and kick it off. Thank you so much.
Do you want to start?
Yes, thank you, Joy. I think I'll start off. So we wanted to start off with a little background information on how this presentation came to be. We have been using Spinomatic for label printing since 2017 when we went live in Alma. Lee would have to install Spinomatic on each individual user's desktop and then configure it for them. So that became pretty time consuming for her. In 2019, one of our staff members switched her PC out for a Mac. So that caused a little bit of a situation because the desktop version of Spinomatic was not compatible with a Mac. So we needed a label printing solution that would work with both a PC and a Mac. Lee did some investigating and found a label program called Lipstick, which was accessible via web browser with no desktop installation, and it was free to use. We began testing Lipstick in Alma immediately. This was probably late 2019. We were really excited about this label program for a variety of reasons. First and foremost, it was free to use. Second was its integration within Alma. And then third was how effortless it was to use in Alma. So we decided to do a presentation on this Lipstick application, and we submitted our proposal to Gugum. We were allowed to present in May of 2020, and then the pandemic hit and everything changed. Gugum was canceled in 2020. That gave us the option to present in May 2021. So we decided to go with that. Forward to the present, in January, Lee and I began to work with the Lipstick application once again. In mid-February, Lee found out that Lipstick was no longer free to use. So again, another wrench in our plans. But after all of that, in spite of all of that, we decided to go ahead with this presentation today so that everybody can be informed of all of the label printing options that are out there to use. So now I'm going to turn it over to Lee. And she is going to talk about and demonstrate setting up a Lipstick to use within Alma.
Thank you, Anne. Anne has talked about how we started Lipstick. So what is a Lipstick? Lipstick was developed by Israel Institute of Technology, their library information system team. It is next generation of a library's label printing service solution. It's integrated with Alma for single physical or set item label prints. So why do we choose Lipstick? First, accessibility is a cloud app. It works with any Chromium browsers, such as Google Chrome, Firefox, Mozilla, Microsoft Edge, etc. People can use the label program regardless of operating systems. When we started using it, Lipstick was the only label print app available for Alma. Print, the label can print on any printer or sticker types and anywhere. The app goes with a person, not device and the locations. Third is a label feature. It's a drag and drop feature, very attractive. It's a flexible, made printing label easier. It can print a single or set of labels. Fourth, support. The tech support is very quick. Last, I will mention the price. when we started the lipstick, it was free. It started to charge us in April this year. They offer 3 months free charge trial. After that, if you decided to use it, you will start to pay. The price is listed under https://www.lipstick.org/join. The price is negotiable, so we have a fairly good price. Before using lipstick, you need to add app, configure it in 3 areas. For web browser, you need to add lipstick. For Alma, you need to enable app and install lipstick app. For lipstick, you need to configure in admin, design label template, and format call number. So next, I will demonstrate how to do this in our live environment. Everybody can see this screen?
Yes, Lee.
Okay, yeah. So first, to add a lipstick app from Google Chrome extension, the easiest way, just I put the URL in our slide, PowerPoint slide. So easiest way, just copy paste the slide, and then lipstick will show, the app will show. Since I already installed, so I only have a choice, remove. But if you are the first time, you will have option to add the app. So that's how you need to do in the web browser. The next step is in Alma. In Alma, you need to have an administrator role to enable the app. So go to generally open Alma configuration, and then go to general. Under general, go to cloud app configuration. On the cloud, there's a whole bunch of apps available in Alma. So choose a print in lipstick and then press save. Now to exit general configuration, so return to Alma. The next step is to download from App Center. Go to App Center and then go to available app. Let me refresh my screen. So here, okay. Now it shows print in lipstick available. So I guess it's already downloaded. Yeah, so download here and then click setting, enter the URL. The URL you need to obtain from the vendor and then press save. So the Alma part is finished. The last step is to configure in lipstick. You need to have an administrator role or manager role to do so. So go to setting. The first thing you need to enter lipstick API key, because lipstick automatically retrieve Alma call number with API key. So this API key you need to obtain from Gil. So what we ask for is for BIP read-only API key. For the region, we enter North America. After that, you check the key. Make sure the key is valid, then save the key. So after enter API key, you need to configure the label paper. So go to paper type here. I just use ours, KSU as example, what we did in the configure paper. We use a regular 8.5 by 11 regular paper label sticker. Since lipstick, they measure by millimeters. So we need to change inches to millimeters. So we need to enter width and height of the paper. And then we enter how many label in each column and how many label in each row. And then we enter the margin between label horizontally, vertically. Then we enter the margin on top of a paper, right, bottom, and the left. That's it. Now we go back to lipstick. Next thing we need to, initially, you need to create a label template. You can create as many as you like. To do it, you click Design Template, Action, and then New. So I'll just write name, lead test, and then press OK. In here, choose the paper. This is the paper type I just configured in the administration. So this is the whole paper. The next one is to choose the label layout. So this is a single label layout we need to choose. There's two types of label layout lipstick provides. One is a customer label layout, can be created in administration area. The other is built-in, including 6 different options to choose from. So we just use a built-in. We choose, this is what they built in, 6 different types. So we choose this one. And next one, we need to, after choosing paper and the label layout, you need to add and format call number. So click Add Field. Now the default is a title. So you go to Editing. Here, choose field type, we choose ALMA. And then the source, since we want to print the call number, so let's see the call number. Yeah, so we choose call number. And the next thing, you can format fonts and the size of the font and the alignment. The last thing is the formatting. The format is actually configured behind C by the print call number. We encounter missing some elements, so we contact Lipstick. They made a particular one for KSU. So what we have is a get KSU call number virtual 2. So close it. So we have a call number. We also added one empty field. Due to some information, it's not actually in call number, but we would like to add it in our label. So in here, what you only need to do is change the choose source from title to empty. Empty. So of course you need to make alignment with the call number and then close it and then save. So now the template is created, is ready for staff to use. Before that, before staff to use, you need to, as administrator, you need to give a user permission to access Lipstick and use a label template. So to do so, you go to Setting, and then under User, add a new user. So enter the username and their email. There's 3 roles available: manager, designer, and maker. Manager is the most powerful, can do everything. Designer, the designer cannot manage your user, cannot enter lipstick, cannot enter API key. For maker, they only can manage their own self profile. And this last one, if you make skip confirmation email unchecked, after you add new user, after you click the add new user part button, the staff will get an email notice about login lipstick credential. So that's how initially you need to set up before print label. Now, I'll turn to Anne. She will demonstrate how to print label from lipstick.
Thank you, Lee.
You're welcome.
On my screen. Okay, can you guys see my Alma screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to go over how to actually print labels using lipstick and Alma, and there are a few options to do that. You can scan a book barcode with a barcode scanner. You can type the barcode in manually. Once you're in lipstick, you can also create a label on the fly, and that's just by typing in a call number label. And you can create a set in Alma, so you can print a group of spine labels at once. And the set can be either logical or itemized. So once you're in the Alma repository, you need to change the drop-down menu here to physical items search. If you don't do that, you won't be able to see the print and lipstick icon. So once you do your search, and your search results come up, on the right side, you will see print and lipstick icon for each of the resources that come up in your search results list. So I'm just going to click on this one for the top resource, Exploring Harry Potter. Also, if you're logging in for the first time, you'll get a login screen, and you just want to log in with your assigned username and password. And then click the box, remember me, so that you don't have to keep logging in each time you want to print call number labels. So once you click that print and lipstick icon, your label board may look something like this. Depending on what kind of labels you're using, it could look a little bit different. Now I'm going to go over some of the different features you have to work with on your label board. On the left side of the label board is a menu with 3 options: create labels, edit text, and design templates. First option, create labels, is where you can scan your barcode in, like I mentioned earlier, and you can also type a barcode in here. If you use a barcode scanner, it will automatically generate the label on your label board, but if you type it in, you'll have to click add. And then the load set button is where you can load an Alma set, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. The second option, edit text, allows you to edit the text of your call number. So you can edit the classification number, the cutter, the date, all of that. This empty space is what we use to add volume information, supplement information, or any other unique identifier for that particular book. So if I want to edit this call number label, I would simply go down here and click on this pencil, and the call number will populate over in the edit text field. I can change the date here, something different. Click update, and it'll show me the updated call number. Like I said, the empty space is for like volume designation. So if I want to make this volume 1, I just type it in, click update, and now volume 1 is here. What's that? The create button is where you can type in a call number label on the fly, like I mentioned previously. So say for instance, somebody brings you a book to your office and the call number label needs to be replaced and you're like in the middle of doing some other call numbers. You can just click that and it's going to go to the next available space on your call number board. So you would just click up here and start typing in a call number label. Click update. And now your label board is populated with that call number. Then the third option over here on the left side is the design templates. This is where you can create templates, and this is where all the templates you create will live. So for instance, Lee created a couple of tests. We have TS test labels. So any template you want to work with, you just choose it from this option. And then the actions button is where you can duplicate a template, you can edit, you can rename, you can export to somebody else who has a different Lipstick account. You can export your template to them. And also you can create a new template, which is what Lee showed you a little bit earlier. So to edit text, so if you notice when I move my cursor over each of these labels, a little menu will pop up at the bottom here. On this menu, there's a couple of options to choose from. This edit pencil will open up the edit text over here and you can edit your text. This +1 will duplicate this particular call number label as many times as you need it. So I can just keep hitting it and it's just going to keep duplicating. Trash can icon, of course, will delete that particular label. And then this fourth option here, the all actions button, has a bunch of different options to edit. You can duplicate the label again as many times as you need. You can delete that current label, and then you can also reorder the labels. Now on the far right, this ellipsis button has some more board actions for you to work with. The clear board will clear out all current labels that are on your board. So I click that, they're gone. The saved board, oh, no label saved, okay. The save board allows you to save labels. The load board is where you can get to your saved label. So I saved a couple of labels that I was working with earlier. So if I just click that little circle button and click load, it will load all the labels that I previously saved, and I can print them at a later date if I want. I'm gonna come up here and clear this. The last option over here was to sort your label board, and this sort board option depends on the template you design. So currently we can sort by call number or the empty space. You can also sort in descending order. And the last thing that I wanted to show you was how to print call number labels from an ALMA set. You can do it two ways. So if you already know the ALMA set ID, you can go over here to create labels, click the load set button, and then you just enter the ALMA set ID right there. If you've previously created a set, what you want to do is go to your ALMA instance and go to admin. And then under manage jobs and sets, you want to go to your manage sets. And this is where all the save sets are. So I'm going to work with a set I saved a few years ago, your Morocco book display. So you would just click on the set name. And this number down here is the set ID number that the lipstick was asking for. But you'll also notice that there is also a print and lipstick icon up at the top. So if I click on that, it's going to let me know that the books in this set are in lipstick and they're ready to be printed. So I'm going to go back to my lipstick board. I don't know why this number is jumbled, but if you click it, it will unjumble. Probably something we need to contact Technion about. But anyway, the on-set ID is generated in that spot. So next you would just follow the prompts and click next. Now this screen gives you an option to choose your label page. The max is 100. Myself, I'm never really printing more than 100 labels at a time, but somebody may be working on a project and want to choose that, but that's the default. So I usually just leave it there. And then you click next, and then it will start loading your set. Usually it only takes a few seconds, but depending on how many labels you're printing, it could take a couple of minutes. And once your labels are loaded, it will tell you it loaded successfully, and you can go ahead and click that finish button. And then your label board is now populated, and it will look something like this. You can go in here and edit whatever labels you need to edit. One of the great features I like about Lipstick is the drag and drop feature. So say, for instance, you have a label sheet that you haven't quite used up yet, so you need to start at a certain point. I can drag these first few labels down to the bottom. Come on, there we go. Drag them down here. So I want to start printing at this spot. So you can also switch labels around. If you have a book cart of books and you maybe use your student assistants to do the physical processing, you can organize your label board to the way your books are lined up on your cart so that the students are putting the correct call number label on the correct book. So it's a really neat feature. And then when you're ready to print, you just click the print button, and it will give you a preview of what the label sheet is going to look like when you print it out. So that is all I have for today. And I will stop sharing my screen. And I guess we'll take questions now.
If don't see any questions in the Q&A right now, but if you do have questions, go ahead and type them into the Q&A or use the raise your hand feature. All
Joy,
right.
I have one question. How many empty fields that can you have?
Oh. I think
Yeah.
it's all spaces.
No, empty field, like we
Oh, the
can
empty
enter.
one.
Yeah, we really don't, sorry, I cannot answer that question. We only have a one. I think that maybe need talk with a vendor if you want more than one.
All right. Thank you, Lee, for answering that question. Natalie says thank you as well. Are there any additional questions? Please type them into the Q&A or hit the raise your hand feature. All right. Not seeing any. I guess we will.
Hey, Lee, go to the next slide.
Oh.
There another.
If you do have any questions, you can contact Lee or I, our email. There's our email addresses.
Their slides will be available afterwards as well. So you don't have to write them down right now, but yeah, that would be great. If y'all do have questions afterwards, just go ahead and shoot Lee or Ann an email. I'm sure they'll be happy to answer them. All right, well, I guess we will wrap it up there. I want to thank Ann and Lee for this look at Lipstick for label printing. And for everyone else, please join us tomorrow for the last day of Gugums and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much. Bye, y'all.
Joy,
Thank you, everybody.
Thank everybody for joining us. Bye-bye.